These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Jordan Bonke with your top stories from the ABC15 Arizona newsroom. Here's a look at some Arizona headlines. ABC15 is getting new details about a story of a migrant mother and her son who was born at a Tucson medical center earlier this week. A U.S. Customs and Border Patrol spokesperson told Scripps News Group Tucson that the woman has been processed and has a set court date in front of an immigration judge. Her lawyer, Luis Campos, says that she and her son are in custody of a non-governmental organization in Phoenix. He says that she's no longer facing an expedited removal from the country, and he's looking to make sure her case for asylum. You can count on us to follow up on this story and track it closely. And the Phoenix City Manager's Office is holding a final listening session for the police department employees as they work to select a new chief. The City Manager's Office tells ABC15 that they met with officers, business leaders, and neighborhood groups on Thursday. And in April, the city leaders announced that they were relaunching the search for a permanent chief. 4 finalists had been in Phoenix. This was back in March. The new round of applicants closes tomorrow, and a new chief is expected to be named in July. And more funding is on the way to help tribal nations and community members who've been impacted by fraudulent sober living home practices. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announcing a $6 million grant program. This was on Thursday. 11 tribal nations will get up to $500,000 each to help provide compensation, remediation, and housing for anyone impacted by the fraud involving Arizona's health case cost containment system, or Access.
Kath Noble sets out to see her neighbors.
They are really darling. We're going to stop by and drop off some information. Because they stay here all summer. About the heat.
Meet Arden and Florence Wolfgang.
Weeks ago, I had my 91st birthday and 89 for her.
They've been married for 68 years.
To care about the other person, that's it.
While he needs extreme heat to make his glass art,
She runs them through a kiln. And kind of melts them together.
The Arizona summer sun is something he won't mess with.
Warm. No, hot.
This year, the Red Cross, City of Phoenix, and the Arizona Association of Manufactured Homeowners are coming together to make sure communities like this aren't overlooked as the heat sets in.
We are hoping that the community will feel inspired to help our neighbors, right?
The canvassing effort is new this year as a part of the city's heat response plan.
So we just want people to be as prepared as possible for the different resources that are available once the heat is here, because it'll be too late for us to go door to door. We want people to be empowered with information now.
Last summer, more than 20% of Maricopa County's indoor heat deaths occurred in mobile homes, RVs, or trailers. But with more than 1,400 park communities across Arizona,
It's impossible for us to get around to everybody.
they're asking people to pick up the work.
If you ever feel like you need to get out of your house because it's too hot, well, first of all, you can call me. I'll take you.
Door knock now with life-saving information.
If neighbors take the responsibility to actually help their neighbors by sharing information, that's good.
Before it gets too hot.
Like heat stroke signs, really high body temperatures.
The Wolfgangs say they're ready for another summer.
Just the air conditioning. We don't do much otherwise.
And Kath continues her mission, advocating for her community. Lillian Donahue, ABC15, Arizona.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this. I'm Jordan Bonke over at the Chroma Wall with you today, just taking a look at the Valley Highs. And notice something about these Valley Highs? Let's take a look. Yeah, there's no 9s. We got nothing in the 90s today. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous day outside. But with that, we did just get some information from the National Weather Service, and they're telling us that, yes, there is going to be a heightened chance of some showers and some thunderstorms and wind for our community, and definitely up in the high country. With that, the fire weather alerts today, definitely a red flag warning, and I'm covering it up. And this is for the southeast part of our state, Safford. Because of that low humidity and those wind gusts anywhere from 40 to 45 miles an hour, it's definitely a red flag warning. And so that means you're going to avoid wanting any sort of open fireplaces and leaf blowers for the community. And of course, the UV index is very high. Pollen, again, very high. Today, the high in the 80s. Can't get better than that. Here are your valley lows for the day. 7-day, it's starting to heat up after those rain chances today. For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can head to abc15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app. Thanks so much for watching.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.